What's going on, guys? It's Kyle again with DTOM Knives and Gear, and as you might have seen in the description of this video, or the title, or whatever the hell, we're going to talk about, do I need a bug out? A Benchmade Bugout. Mr. Jeremy, aka Freak Show EDC, Freak Show _EDC, link will be down below. Just an awesome dude that has been a huge support to this channel. Definitely go give him a follow, and if you need any sharpening services done, he can hook you up, so hit him up there. Send me this bug out here. Now, I have already had a bug out on the channel, and it was for a gift for somebody. Somebody who is not really in the knife community, has always carried just very cheap knives, but he's very important to me, and so I wanted to buy him a knife, a good knife, something that fits his lifestyle. So he is very active. He does carry a knife, especially now. And I wanted something that he could take, anywhere. At work, while he's out in the garden, while he's exercising, if he's going on a run or whatever. I wanted something that he could take everywhere. The Bugout made perfect sense. And so I got him one. I got him one with really cool green handles, with the gold stud, thumb stud kind of thing, black blade. That was the best looking one that at least in my opinion. So I got him that. I did a little video on it because I didn't want to really use it. Of course, Jeremy sent me this one, and I used it. We won't really be doing a full review. There are tons of reviews out on this guy. And I guess my recommendation or my thoughts on the Bugout is it is an excellent knife. Okay, it was made for a purpose. What was that purpose? To be an EDC knife, right? To be a very lightweight, capable EDC knife. And I think that they nailed it. It really, really is that. I never bought myself one. And Jeremy was like, I'm going to get you on the Bugout train. And so he sent me this. This one, obviously, is not stock. Nice bronzed hardware, which he knows that I love, with this micarta scales, bronzed out, deep carry pocket clip, and of course his wicked edge on there. Of course, I'm cutting with it. It's got a little stuff. So, yeah, if I was going to have a Bugout, it would be this one. Now, I might put like green micarta. I'm a sucker for green micarta, so I probably would have put green micarta with the bronze hardware, which, if you don't already know, is kind of my jam. I like it a lot. Now, the micarta on here fixes a few issues that I had with the original Bugout, which was the FRN handles. Now, obviously, you can get the Bugout in a lot of different variations, new steels now, and all that stuff. But the base models that you will pay for is S30V with the FRN, Grivery, whatever they call those handles. Never been a big fan. So that was one reason. The other reason was it just didn't fit. It didn't fit a place in my collection. Now, you're like, what? This is a very purposeful built knife. Well, the only reason that I have it, and I probably would have bought a Bugout, but I do have the TRM Atom. So the TRM Atom is a very lightweight. Now, it's not Bugout light, but really lightweight, light enough for me to be able to carry it in basketball shorts, which I don't, wear a whole lot, but sometimes I do around the house and whatnot. And then so this kind of took the place of that. This one has micarta 20 CV steel, definitely a more expensive knife. But as you can see, it is also a bigger knife, which is more my style, right? Not to say that the Bugout is, now the mini Bugout, hell no. There's no way in hell that I would have a mini Bugout. That thing is way too small. And just feels so small and lightweight, which I know is the purpose, but it just doesn't even feel right in my hand. This one does. The Bugout feels really good in the hand, even with my big hands. It feels really good. It is a comfortable knife. Totally ambidextrous, with the axis lock. So obviously a lot of lefties love Benchmades for that purpose. The only Benchmade I have in my collection right now is the Super Freak, because I still adore that knife. But I've gotten rid of a lot of my Benchmades because the axis lock is not really tickling my fancy anymore like it used to. This one, the action is really good on the thumb studs and on the close. You know, some of them fall, some of them you got to shake shut like that. And it's really due to the really light blade. Sorry. On my Super Freak, it falls shut like this. One of my other problems kind of with Benchmade is they're not consistent between knives and the action. Now, I understand you get different blade shapes, heavy blades, light blades, blah, 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 I get that. But I had the Crooked River, the mini Crooked River. I've had a bunch of Benchmates on the channel, and not all of them function like this guy, which I like a lot. And that kind of irks me. Throwing shit around here. It was my knife, though. So, in that regard, Benchmades have not impressed me enough for me to just go out and buy a bunch of Benchmades. There are some models out there that I really like, and I probably will get. But this one, I totally understand why. I understand the why behind this knife. It's one of the most popular models, guy. You got the Griptilian, but ever since they come out with the Bugout, I don't know for sure, but I would venture to say that they're selling these in a faster rate than they did the Griptilian. Another thing I like about it, which is why I like the Spyderco PM2 platform. Should have got all these out, right? Is because of things like this. You can buy a Bugout, 120, 130 bucks, a PM2, regular steel, 150 bucks, and spend money and make them what you want. Now, this one is fixing to get a makeover. It's just got scales on it right now. And so you can spend money and make a very popular knife different. That's one great thing about this knife, and one of the things that I totally understand why people go after. Now, you're going to spend money. I mean, you're going to spend probably more than the knife cost to be able to do that. So it's not a value thing, but it's a fun thing. It's a really fun thing to make a knife. Kevin over at Lefty EDC, he's got a Bugout, and he did all that. Hardware scales, kind of just like this. I think his actually is in green G10. You know, pocket clips, all that stuff, making it just like this. This is an absolute wonderful, wonderful knife. If it came with this kind of stuff, then holy moly, yeah. I mean, I would probably already have one in my collection for the lightweight knife. But the Atom, you know, the Atom as my lightweight knife really works well. However, it's not really a comparison video, but what'd I do? So one of the reasons this knife is a perfect EDC, it's not a hard use knife, it is strictly an EDC knife to do those day-to-day tasks that we all do. Opening packages, maybe cutting some string, cutting out labels, all that light to medium duty stuff. And the Bugout does it very well. This is a 88 thousandths spine thickness. You have on the Atom an 88 thousandths spine thickness. Got a little bit more blade length of this one because it is a larger blade, just so you can see again. But that translates now on the Atom and on the Bugout has a flat grind. Because it's so thin, this one has been sharpened quite a bit by Mr. Jeremy, but you're still looking at, if I can get it, sorry guys, you're still looking at about 21, 22 thousandths behind the edge. So the edge geometry is, it cuts, and it cuts really, really well. Another thing about the design that I like is you see that the thumb studs are in a place where it really does not get into the cutting path. A lot of thumb stud knives do that. Just to kind of give you an example, it's not horrible on the Super Freak, but it is a thing. See where the blade length goes and in the path of the thumb stud. So they did that right. Omega springs are something that the Benchmades that I have owned have been fine. No problems. And at the time I think I did my first Bugout video, I didn't know anybody who had problems with the Omega springs and quality control, really. Maybe you saw some action out of the box, stuff like that. But since then, I have known quite a few folks where the Omega spring has broke multiple times. And they've had to send it back to Benchmade to get it fixed. Now, Benchmade does have a very good quality warranty department. Now, obviously, over this past year, everybody's warranty department has gotten a little less desirable because of the COVID. But anyways, so yeah, slowed things down. Takes a little bit longer for you to get your knives back from warranty, but they still always take care of you. I have one friend in particular, shout out, Mr. Kobe, my brother, who has had a mini Crooked River. And he really bought that knife because of me. I had the full-size Crooked River, which is a beautiful knife. I love that knife. But it was a little big for him and what he likes to carry. So he ended up going with the mini Crooked River. I can't talk. Mini Crooked River. That thing is broke like 3 times. Okay? He uses his knives, but he's not a hard use guy. And he fidgets with them like we all do. And it's just unacceptable. It really, really is. Now, Benchmade has fixed it 3 times. But, I mean, if a knife has that much problems, I don't know if it's just the Omega spring. It might be something else. I would have thought that by this time they would have said, you know what? We're just going to send you a new knife. That's what I would have hoped they did, but they haven't done that so far for him. Now he's put off by Benchmade. He will not buy another Benchmade. He has a PM2 now. And he also bought one of my Spartan Blades Payless, my original one, that has such good action. Holy moly. I missed that knife. But yeah, he never did buy, just like my other friend, never did buy the more expensive knives, didn't really get into that. Now he has, and he's very happy with the Spyderco. He loves the Spyderco. He also loves the Payless. So it is a thing. It is a thing. I know that the guy that I bought the Bugout for, my boss, for a gift, hasn't had any issues with it. I sharpen it for him, and play with it and clean it out. Works fine. Works like it's supposed to. So the Benchmade debacle there has also been a reason why I haven't bought one. However, like I said, I have the PM2s, couple that have really customizable. And if it was just plain G10 or the FRN, I would not like it as much. And so I did upgrade that stuff. Same thing with this. And I understand why people do it. Some people don't like the compression lock, especially if you're left-handed. That doesn't work, right? This one is totally ambidextrous. They sell these like hotcakes for a reason. And yeah. Do I feel like I need a Bugout in my life? If I could get green micarta bronzed out hardware like this guy, I would really want one. But I don't know if I would because I have other knives to take the place of a lightweight EDC blade. I mean, I think these are on the custom shop now too, and you can go crazy. You can go crazy and just get whatever the heck you want, which is super awesome. I love that Benchmade has a custom shop for a certain number of models. The Crooked River was on there, and you can just go crazy and make it your own, and I just think that's awesome. And Benchmade, like I said, does great work. It's just, with this going on with my buddy Kobe, it put a bad taste in my mouth. It definitely put a bad taste in his mouth. So at the end of the day, am I going to buy a Bugout and pimp it out? No, I'm not. But that's a personal thing for me. Do I think people should? Yes, I honestly do. I think it's a great knife platform to buy and to put other scales on, hardware, pimp out, acid etch the blade, with this. It's just, I think that all the Bugouts that I've seen people do some mods to, they look amazing. It is an absolute wonderful knife for everyday carry. And so yeah, it's not for me. Still not for me, Jeremy. But it is really, really good. And I can recommend it. I mean, if you're looking for a lightweight EDC for around $130, you can get the base model. You can't really beat it. As long as you get one where the Omega springs work good, and like I said, nobody I've talked to with a bug out has had that problem. But yeah, I'm sitting here and I'm operating this thing left-handed very, very easily. So that ought to tell you something. These things can be middle finger flick. It's just not the easiest for me because usually small knives for me, my finger gets in the way. So that's fun though, to be able to do that with a thumb stud knife. Anyways, I'm kind of just going on, but I just wanted you guys to, from a big knife guy state, I like the bug out. I don't need a bug out, but I like the bug out. Fits in my big old meat hooks, barely, but it fits. It cuts like a dream. It's lightweight, so not usually my thing, but I like it a lot. I think that you can't go wrong if you're looking for a good, solid American-made EDC knife. The Benchmade Bugout is an excellent choice. Guys, I really appreciate you stopping by, listening to me talk and rave and rant. I'll probably get some slack because the Bugout is so popular. So popular. People love the Bugout. And when people have maybe a little bit of negative things to say, they don't like that. But, I'm not going to lie to you and tell you that this knife is for me and I just want one and carry. I'm not going to do that because it's not the case. But I still can tell you that it's an excellent knife. So, guys, stay safe in this crazy world that we are living in. And we will see you in the next one.